Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, we are playing some more Hearthstone. It is more decks kind of influenced by the mini set. And I'm actually returning back to a deck I played before. I call this the Cube Demon Hunter deck. However, this time it is with less cubes, aka I removed all the cubes. Also, in case you were wondering, last time when I posted that list, I was like, oh, you can cube Ziliax, and that's going to be great value. It's one of the best cube targets you can hit. That turned out to be a bug interaction. I never found out because I never actually did it in the previous game. But because it was bugged, I came up with a new list for this deck. Having said that now, at the point of me recording this, they've actually fixed that bug. So if you cube Ziliax, I believe you do get the actual minion back, and not the 0/0 form that you see in the gallery, which obviously just instantly explodes and dies. So that bug is being fixed. But anyway, regardless, I've removed the cubes. I decided the cubes are too slow for the deck. Instead of the 2 cubes, I've actually thrown in the Replicator Innator. Came from the previous mini set and didn't really do any good, so I thought I'd bring it back for this mini set to see if it'll do anything good right now. Replicator Innator, potentially with my cheated out minions, could be a nice combo. I could hit Sylvanas and get a copy of Sylvanas, that'd be pretty nice. I could hit Argus and get a copy of Argus, that'd be pretty nice. Also, the mini form of it works pretty well with the minis from the window shopper. And then the 8-drop is just, or the gigantic form is just an 8-drop. I don't really have anything to work with that 8-drop, unless I generate something else, because I can still generate stuff by Demonic Deal. Still in the deck, by the way. I decided that it wasn't actually doing that poorly, so I've kept it in the deck. The other card that I've put into the deck is Dorian. Again, this works nicely with the Replicator Innator, with the mini form. Also, there are a lot of cards in this deck that I would love just a 1-mana 1/1 copy of them. Sylvanas, Peddler, Argus. Even Marin wouldn't be the worst thing to get a 1-drop of. Yogg. It just seemed to make sense to put Dorian in the deck. I'm also keeping the Priest package in this list right now. I think the Priest package is pretty good for dealing with some early game harassment, so. Also, Arana does work with Replicator Innator, but the effect obviously doesn't duplicate. It's just an additional 5/6 stat line if I ever played that together, so. Do I think Replicator Innator is necessarily the best card for this deck? No, but I think it could do some fun things. At the end of the day, at the very least, it's mana cheating out me some more stats. The whole idea as well of this, putting the dormant minions back to sleep again, I've kind of cooled off it on this deck. I might try and remake a different deck, which might have some of the backbone of this deck in it, where I just try and keep, you know, Magtheridon on the board for an entire game, or get multiple copies of Magtheridons.
Plans are coming to fruition.
Okay, obviously we don't want it with Ziliax or Window Shopper. Also, the other reason that I've now, like, cooled off a bit on the Magtheridon strat is that it just limits the minions you can put in the deck. Like, if I want to bring back to life my highest cost minion, and if I want it to be Magtheridon, I can't put Yogg in the deck, I can't put Ziliax in the deck, or like, I'd have to put a different form of Ziliax. And it came to the conclusion I was messing about so much to try and make Magtheridon the most expensive minion, it just simply wasn't worth it. So out it went.
To perfection. Eyes on the horizon.
Okay, getting a little bit alarmed by this opening. It is, oh my god, horrible hand. It is Death Rattle, Warlock, and I'm just letting them do their thing right now. Fortunately, their thing is nothing at this point. If I can clear both the 1/3s off, I feel fairly content. Also, I played the wrong weapon there. I should have played the right one, because now they know I have a weapon in my hand. Whoopsie-daisy. Okay, not what I was expecting to get put out onto the field. I can kill it at some cost. I think I'm willing to pay the some cost. Come on, animations. You can do it.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah. Didn't matter. Alright, our game really starts next turn. Start mana cheating with the Peddler.
Another soul to soul. Strike fast.
I've drawn all but one demon as well, so I could do playing umpires sooner rather than later. Could also do with increasing my health if this is Excavate Warlock. So, hoping to get Ziliax on board fairly soon. Then again, I'd like to play into a minion, okay, game? Sorry, I should be more specific.
Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
This train stops for no one.
Hot calls, time to show up, buddy. Your time to shine. Right, I need to play something with all of this. I guess we play Ziliax Wand.
Perfection.
That's what I wanted to see. Probably want Marin from Marin, to be completely honest with you. I could push 6 damage with charge. I don't think that makes a huge difference. More Marin, please.
Strike fast.
By the way, I don't think you should be able to do that. I don't think Marin should... Oh, I don't think you should be able to get Marin from Marin's treasures. I don't think it should be in the same pool. Much like you can't discover with a minion the same minion that, you know, discovered the card. Holy shit, it's Cube Warlock.
Alright, everyone, let's bring you to life.
Okay. Well, Cube Warlock is probably not going to be that bothersome for me. I will deal with you in the future. Goodbye.
Insignificant.
Take a load off. Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
We'll take another Zarogs in this situation. My hand is pretty full.
Take a load off.
There is a shout to have the Ziliax in double battle cry form, because I probably do need the heal buff more than anything. However, this one is so much better to resurrect. But maybe I just accept that you only resurrect one of them. Pardon me. Ah, Sargarius. Alright, my opponent's cooking, though.
This is only the beginning.
A new planet to burn.
Okay. First question is, do I have lethal? 3 damage. Put one to sleep. Kill the other one. 12, 16. Yes.
Take a load off. Take a load off.
Alright, that wasn't a great showing, I will say. The part of the balance with these big decks is balancing the big stuff with the little stuff. Because you do need a little bit of little stuff so that you can get to the big stuff. We kind of got screwed a little bit of mana early. Like, I always had, like, the most inconvenient play. Oh, I did make one other change to this deck. I can't remember what it is, but I had Zephyrus in this deck at one point. I've taken Zephyrus out of the deck as well.
This is more than you can stomach.
What was the other card I added? I can't remember. But I made one other change then to put Zephyrus in. Oh, it's Yogg that came into the deck. That was the other change. Instrument tech probably means I don't want Umpire's Grasp. I don't want the Peddler because I want to get it discounted. Arana is probably not good enough. Well, we're going against Warrior, though. I probably want Dorian. I think that is what I mulligan for. I want the weapon or Dorian. Or the tutor for the weapon. This is fine. That's part of the reason why Dorian is so powerful. I think it could be so powerful in this deck. Because when I break the weapon, if I get Dorian on the board, then the two demons I draw, Window Shopper or Peddler, are both insane as 1-drops. Not in a rush to use the coin. It's almost certainly a control deck. Or slow, at least. I think it's worth coining the weapon, though. It just fills out the curve so much more nicely. Okay. Unironically, the perfect curve. Thanks to the coin. Coin weapon, play Dorian on 4, swing with the weapon, get 2 of a demon, one of them being a 1-drop. Laugh all the way to the bank. I probably would prefer Window Shopper if I was going to choose one of these right now. Because I think I'm going to need the value.
You're merely a fall for the
Okay, it's what I wanted, so I can't complain. Surely my opponent does something about Dorian. It's just too scary to leave on the board. Ah, it's Boom Warrior, okay. Alright, people on a Saturday morning are cooking. I like this. Right, another minion. Marin. Sylvanas. That is funny. So I should save that 1 mana Sylvanas for Taste of Chaos to kill my own Sylvanas to steal their guy. Yes. We should also try and play the 1-drop Window Shopper.
The answer is here.
3, 6, 10. I have to play something first, otherwise I'll overdraw. We'll throw out Instrument Tech. Don't need it anymore.
The
just for me.
Where are my cubes when I need my cubes?
I'm the perfect toy for you.
Shadows grow long.
Patches is probably the best card now. It does make the wand worse if I do... What's his name into wand? Marry into wand. Wow. Okay, Dorian's gonna live again. Doesn't matter because I've got space for a minion on the draw anyway. I'll just lose the 1-drop.
Safety is our number 3 concern.
Oh, never mind. So what am I doing with the rest of my mana, my 4 other manas? I guess we're window shopping. Wow, that didn't clear.
I have no time for games. That toy was made just for me.
I've drawn all demons, by the way, so the weapon is sort of dead to me as well right now. Big chunky boys versus that deck seems pretty reasonable. It's only going to be a 1-drop though, right?
My hunt goes on.
No, it's going to be a 3-drop. I'll take Eridar.
Shadows grow long.
Yoink! Mine now. Killing the other Sylvanas will be a harder job, as in I can't do it. Regardless, this should be pretty miserable for my opponents. Yeah, thought so. Oh my god, I've got Sylvanas.
Don't break it! Oh.
Yoink!
Don't break it!
I need
I'm telling you, Sylvanas might actually be like low-key insane in this deck. 3 mana, steal a guy. Get a card. Now, it is a card that is below average for standard since Sylvanas is no play in any other deck, but, you know, 10 years ago, that wasn't below average in standard. They could have cleared, I think. I don't know what the hand is exactly, but if they generated a mech then and broke the weapon 3 times, maybe that was a clear? He did 24 damage random. Hello, Two-Eyed Shadow. Sorry, I was lost in thought there. I was like, hang on a minute, is this deck low-key actually pretty good? But it's N equals 2 right now, and those N equals 2 games were both pretty memey opponents. This will be the real test. I'm going to assume this is Big Spell Mage.
You're in my way.
Alright, we have to have the weapon. I think Nightshade T red card is irrelevant. I need AoE and I need weapon. My gut feeling is my matchup into Big Spell Mage is really bad, but... if they get the combo off on turn 5, then it's over. You've never played or watched Hearthstone. Can you explain the gist of it? I mean, yeah, I can, I guess. It's like most card games. The name of the game is, you know, some bunch of minions to the board. The minions do damage to your opponent's face. If your opponent's face goes to 0, you win the game. If yours goes to 0, you lose the game. Then, rather than something like Magic, if you play something like Magic, there isn't a system where, you know, you put lands on the board to play your cards. Instead, there is this mana cost that rises up till 10, 1 a turn. And this is the mana cost for each of the cards, so I can only play cards where I have the mana for it. A lot of the other stuff is, you know, play the game, you learn more. If you hover the cards as well, it'll tell you the effect of the cards. Like, for example, this is a weapon that I'm equipping right now. Goes into my face, I can swing with my face now, I hit the minion for 3 damage, we only had 2 health. If you look at a minion, the thing on the bottom left is their attack, the bottom right is their health. And if you look on the right, you can see a deck tracker right now that I've installed, so you can see the cards in my deck. Currently, the name of the game for my deck is to cheat out big demons. Well, big stuff, actually, via demons. My opponent is playing something called Big Spell Mage. They're going to try and cheat out big spells. But I think they're slightly quicker than me, so I'm a little bit spooked. Okay. I was hoping for the Peddler there. It's kind of like Slay the Spire plus multi-layer minions and deck lists. Kind of. I mean, unlike Slay the Spire, this is just, you know, like a... It's not a roguelike. I'm playing against an actual opponent. But some of the principles are the same, you know. It's still like a card game at the end of the day. I should take Workshop Mishap here. So there's a chance on my opponent's turn now they play something called Skylar. Never mind, they don't. They play Surfboard. But they could have played Skylar, which then discounts a big spell by... Sorry, let me explain actually what the card does. This card called Skylar swaps your highest cost spell with your lowest cost spell. And that deck will try and generate a 0 cost spell and have a 10 cost spell in hand. And then they'll swap it around and play the 10 cost of a 0, which is really disgusting mana cheat. So that is what I'm really concerned about right now. It's what I'm watching for. What I can do is play this Spirit Peddler, which is a 6 mana 6/6, which when it dies discounts something else by 6. So it kind of can be seen as a 0 cost card if you kill it. Which I'm going to do right now. I should do Order right, though. I should get rid of the 1-drop first. So I don't get the discount on the 1-drop. You know what? I'll take one of these guys. No one knows what you do. Okay. So I just got a 6 mana discount because that minion died onto Argus. It's multiplayer? Yeah, it is. What's my objective of my deck? Basically just cheat out big stuff. That is the objective of the deck. My opponent is trying to cheat out big spells. I'm trying to cheat out big minions. So, for example, I'm trying to cheat out Argus. I'm trying to cheat out Zilex, which is in my deck. Yogg in my deck. Marion, which is in my deck. Sylvanas in my deck. I've also got an ability where I can replay a Death Rattle. So that's the other thing I'm trying to do. My opponent's play there was basically their big power play.
hunt goes on.
Need you to hit your... Oh, you won't die. Never mind. That's fine. Whoops-a-daisy. That's on the wrong side.
I see.
I just wasn't paying attention for a second. My bad.
To perfection. Don't break it.
So this Argus, by the way, any minion on the left side of it has something called Rush. On the right side, they get Lifesteal. Rush means they can attack the turn they played. But this thing already had Rush. I was meant to play it on the right, and I forgot. Well, we're probably going to lose now. Wouldn't having the deck list that gets updated while in-game cheating as I remember things for you? I mean, the deck list thing... I mean, you can see what's in my hand, and my deck doesn't cheat anything out in my deck. Like, it doesn't reduce the mana of stuff in my deck, it's just stuff in my hand. And you can see my hand, so... But if I put something into my deck, for example, like if I discovered a card and put it in my deck, the deck listing on the right would recognize I've added that card to the deck and would note it. It doesn't change the mana costs on these, though, if I do get them discounted in my deck. Or actually, on my hand bit here, it won't discount it.
You're in my
You might be able to set it up to do that, I don't know. I've got it in a very basic mode right now. Alright. Death Knight, I'm going to assume it's going to be some sort of plague deck because it's a counter to Big Spell Mage, which is very strong right now. I don't have instrument tech, so I guess I'll just keep the Umpire's Grasp. Alright, this is not a good hand. One other thing about the deck, if you talk about key components of the deck, is that when I start my mana cheating off, I use this card called Umpire's Grasp, which draws me a demon and discounts it by 2. The idea is I draw one of 2 demons, Window Shopper or Spirit Peddler. Spirit Peddler also discounts another minion on my hand when it dies, so it's like discounting all the way along. Window Shopper can generate me a discounted minion, so I kind of need this card up and running as early as possible. However, what's not good is to draw both of them instantaneously, because I've got a tech card for them, so that tech card's dead now. What you mean is, do you have a tool that allows you to not have to remember what is in your deck at all costs? But anyway. I don't know exactly what you mean, Two-Eyed. Wow, this opening has been pretty stinky.
My hunt goes on.
I'm just going to leave that on the board. I was going to Taste of Chaos it, but I'm not going to. I mean, this deck list isn't in the game, just as an FYI. It's a tool that I've installed so that I can see my deck. And I can see what my opponent has played. If you boot up the game natively, it's not there. You're just like, the onus is on you to remember it. The only reason I have it installed anyway is because people like to see what's in my deck as I'm playing, so... Wow. My opponent is playing this pretty aggressively. Ah, okay, I see what they're doing. Okay, I could really do with Dorian. I was going to say drawing me the Peddler, but it's not as likely now. It's 50-50.
You're merely a pass for the puppet master.
Alright, we get a Peddler. Peddler, I need you to do some unreal work right now. Ah! It's the one thing I didn't want you to hit. It's fine, I'll just live through this turn. Don't worry. So if I didn't have that deck list thing, you would need to remember the cards that are still in your deck yourself. But here you can just look at and know what you still have. Yeah, that's basically the premise of it. So it is a nice quality of life thing to have. If I'm playing on my own, I won't put it on, though. I find it a little bit cheaty. But I don't mind people using it, and I think it is better for the viewing experience to have it. Wow, that is really annoying. Okay. Well. Welly. I think I'm going to try and hold for a second. Gain 4 life, kill the 4/4. Pray for a good demon. Yeah, it could be considered a competitive advantage. I mean, it's not telling me anything I shouldn't know already. But it means I just don't have to remember it. So it depends what you class that as an advantage. I think it is an advantage. But to be honest with you, I don't use it a lot of the time. I just don't look at it. Oh my god. Ah, please. So the demon that was put onto my deck then was a Spirit Peddler, which is actually really good for me, but I just need to live through this turn.
Construct the will of the Maker. Job's done.
Just keep hanging on. Yeah, I'm 2-1 right now. So 2 wins, 1 loss. It's about to be 2-2. Alright. It was a bit of a shame that game that they cast both spells in their deck that made my minions cost 5 more. My deck is so minion based that it's like such a brutal outcome. Oh, Demon Hunter matchup. Okay. Just something else worth noting, this deck isn't particularly popular right now. And I wouldn't say anyone's got a refined list since a new set of like 38 cards was added to the game 4 days ago. But this is certainly not the best of the lists. I'm kind of playing it because it seems fun. You know what? Go away. I'll deal with you later. I think my opponent is a more aggressive version of a similar idea to this deck. They have the mana cheating for the demons, but they'll play more aggressive cards than I will. Mine's a bit slower. Yep, they're faster than me.
To perfection.
I could coin to kill the 2/2, but I'm actually not that bothered. I'd rather coin the weapon out next turn, with Dorian in hand. What kind of deck do I usually use? I prefer playing more value-orientated decks. So, something that's a bit slower. Not intrinsically something, you know, that means that I have to grind the entire game out, like make everyone play all the cards in their deck. But, you know, something a little bit more slower, a little bit more you know, I play cards, you play cards. Not like I play all the cards and race you down, and if, you know, you survive that onslaught, I lose instantaneously. I like to have a chance of beating most decks out there, which is kind of like a more mid-rangey deck, it's normally called.
Relax your mind.
My opponent is playing a very aggressive deck. So if I can survive their onslaught, we should be fine. The key is surviving the onslaught, though. That's going to be the hard part. No, if someone decks out, you go into something called fatigue, where every time you draw a card and there's not a card in your deck, you take 1 damage and 2 damage and 3, and then, you know, 1 more for every turn you draw into fatigue.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet master.
And there's actually, it's not really like, you know, shown off often. There is a way to draw the game because the game only lasts something like, I can't remember what it exactly is, like 60 turns or something. If you can live like, you know, 40 odd turns into fatigue, both players that is, the game will just end as a tie. And that's because during the history of this game, there has been some times when decks could go to infinity effectively, like you could get infinite amounts of health or armor. So there had to be another mechanic just to end the game. Okay. Right. We need AoE or healing. Sort of is healing. I'll take it.
I'm the perfect toy for you.
That is what I want.
My eyes are on the spotlight. Another soul, the soul will rest.
Damn. Hit the thing I didn't want again. That's the other weakness of this deck, where I have a few minions that are below 6 mana, and I can sometimes hit them with the 6 mana discount. Part of the reason why this deck's not very competitive. But I'm still trying to make it work. I do like bread. I also especially like baguettes, especially crunchy baguettes. Delicious. Alright, I think that's lethal.
You possess true power. Your will is strong.
We'll keep going a bit more with this. My other thought about this deck is actually taking out the window shoppers. Because they do generate me cards that I don't want to be discounted. The positive side, though, is it does generate me cards that then discount stuff for insane amounts.
Kurtrus versus Rastakhan.
May also take the Replicator and Atron out. Definitely was like the 30th card I put in this deck. Maybe put something in that allows me to, you know, live.
Talk to me.
You felt like acupuncture was somewhat bad manners. Yeah, it was. It's fine. Whatever. I'm not really bothered. As long as they're not roping me, I don't care. They can kill me the way they want to. There's also, like, quests ongoing in the background, you know, for, like, daily rewards and stuff. And sometimes it's, like, cast spells. In which case, if someone's BMing me to cast a spell, whatever. They might be doing it for a purpose. You know what? I'm actually not sure that was the right play. I think this is Elemental Shaman off the first play. There is an off chance this is Battlecry Shaman. I've got AoE. You know what? I'm fine with this. An instrument tech.
Perfection.
Okay. I mean, it still might be Elemental Shaman, but I've got Battlecry cards in it.
Strike fast.
Okay, I'm pretty certain I want to break the weapon before I demonic deal in this situation.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
I still don't know if this is a value deck or not. They're still playing an Elemental every single turn. I'm pretty certain it is Elemental Shaman. Ooh, does that change my play? I think it does. We'll demonic deal next turn.
You're merely a pawn for the purpose.
I was hoping for Peddler that time. Sail of 3, 6, 8. I can play this turn, so I will.
Was made just for me.
I'll take Gnarg. None of them particularly good 1-drops. The other thing that gains Window Chopper is as much as, you know, they high roll sometimes, they do low roll a decent amount of times as well.
It's a rocky ride.
Near misplay. Ping the 3/3, 2/3.
Fall! Everything is a melting
That's going to be an issue. So I can do 4 to it, I can do 6 to it, I can do 7 to it. But couldn't do the other 4. A Ranag wouldn't do it for me either, so I think I'm going to have to just accept that Liz on the board for a turn.
I'm the perfect toy for you.
That toy was made just for me.
I really don't want these 1-drops in hand, I have to get rid of them.
My eyes are on the spotlight.
Hot out of the kiln.
Alright, avoided getting hit by Incendious Eruption.
Everything.
Didn't avoid getting hit by Scar, though. Alright, it's time to mana cheat. And pray.
Another soul. The soul. Take a rest.
Hits a Rana. Alright, cleared the board, but at what cost? Need a really good demon here on my top deck. Basically, I need Sargarius. The more and more I'm playing this as well, I think the more and more maybe I need the card that says draw on it. Because if I don't get Marin, my deck does feel pretty weak. Hello again. It is a big boy with taunt.
Just for me.
Recovering. I guess we'll take Illidari here on the 5-drop. Thank you for no more eruptions there. Much appreciated. There is a world where I have lethal here. If they do absolutely nothing this turn, no healing, no putting minions on the board, no killing my minions, it's lethal. Okay. Not lethal anymore.
The calm before the storm.
Marin top deck, please. Yogg. Okay.
I'm the perfect toy for you.
Really shit again. I'm just gonna say it. Really shit. One.
My eyes are on the soul.
That is what I needed to hit, so thank you. Probably not enough, but... My opponent's a Highlander. Oh no, they're not a Highlander deck. I thought they were Highlander for a second. They were close to being a Highlander deck. But they have played 2 Glacial Elementals. 2 and 4. Alright, I think I'm going to make a change to this. I think we'll go a little bit longer with this one than the normal 7 changes. Sorry, 7 plays. We might need 7 changes, but the normal 7 plays. I think Replicator and Aether is just too much of a meme. I thought it was, but it just is. I'm not drawing fast enough. I need something else that gets me to my good cards faster. Maybe... Well, I was going to say a quick pick, but we can't really put quick pick in this deck because I have weapons in this deck. Maybe Sigil. I don't seem to do a lot on 3 anyway. Sure. Let's throw a Sigil into the deck. 4 more draw. Could also put a Panda, actually. Maybe a Panda is a little bit better. But realistically, on 2, I probably want to play Instrument Tech, so I think it is better to fit it into turn 3. The Dorian plays have honestly been fairly strong. I think we'll leave it with just this 1 change for now and have a look at how this goes. I think beyond that, the cards we're then looking at is actually Window Shopper. I don't think it's doing as much for me as I'd like it to do. And maybe I just make sure that the weapon only draws me Spirit Peddler. Maybe that is just what I need. Perhaps the window shopper is just bait. Actually, you know what? The more and more I think about it, the more and more I think maybe I should just do this now. Because the low rolls are so low with this card. Fuck it. Window shopper, you're out as well. I don't need you. I'd rather discount a big demon that I currently have. Do I want 2 Sigil of Times? I'm not sure I need 2 of them. So I think we can grab a big card. Or some more early game survival. That is the other thing I could grab. I did toy, funnily enough, with putting Mythical Terror into the deck, but obviously it's a demon, so I don't want to put it in there. But it'd be pretty nice against the mage deck doing the 10 mana spell cheated. Bassist, again, has some shout, but I don't really want to put a demon in the deck because I want it now to hit the Peddler, only the Peddler. If Window Shopper's not good enough, basically no other demon is going to be good enough, other than maybe Peddler, so we'll go with Peddler strats. Going down swinging is another shout. Potentially some decent AoE damage. But I don't have a huge weapon support with this deck. I think this is better for the... It's better for Window Shopper, Demon Hunter, where you are more inclined to get more weapon damage. Or face damage, I suppose. It's such a really awkward balancing act. I kind of want a... You know what, maybe grab Ball Hog. Some lifesteal. I don't want something super expensive, because then I can't play it on the same turn as the Peddler. But it's hard to get something around the 6-5-4 range, at least in Demon Hunter land, because most of those minions are demons, and I don't want demons. But maybe Ball Hog is good enough. Perhaps it's the little bit of lifesteal I need, the little bit of extra damage I need. Let me just check neutral land, around the 6 region. Hearth I don't really want, because why would I put Hearth in this deck? We're not actually cheating the minions out, so we need something that's not a good battle cry as well. Ideally, it has, like, Taunt, Death Rattle. Big Taunt, you know what, actually? Big Taunt's not a bad idea. Just because of the water elementals. If I can cheat something like that out. What if it's Cho'Gall? What if I put Cho'Gall in this deck? Is that stupid? It has lifesteal. It's a big guy. I could put Tail in the deck as well instead of Ball Hog. It gets me my Zilliax or my Yogg. They're both pretty good minions to get discounted if I can get them discounted. And also things I want to revive with Rest in Peace. They're the 2 big things. Magatha is also not an awful shout. The only downside with Magatha, because my deck is mainly minion orientated. My downside is really return policy is super powerful for me, so I don't want to lose that. You know what? The other temptation would be to put Q back into the deck, but now that I've removed my Magtheridon generator, I definitely don't think that's worth it. Whoops, a daisy. Definitely don't think Cattle Rustle goes in deck. Alright. New and improved list. Out go those window shoppers. There's too many bad demons in Demon Hunter. In comes some big good stuff. Including Cho'Gall. We'll just curse the game instead. And I think that was enough of a change for me to reset this. At least my version of it.
Kurtress versus Celeste.
I don't know if this is a good anomaly for me. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Celebrate a new beginning.
You're in my way.
Instrument Tech is definitely the card I needed. I don't think I need red card in this matchup. Okay, I don't hate this hand. I'm also trying something slightly different. Of leaving a big-ish minion in my hand. In this case, 2 minions. So that I can hit them with the Peddler. Because I'm guaranteed to get Peddler now from the weapon. So I want something to be discounted before I could hit the window shopper, in which case, you know, big minion in hand wasn't that important. I can't deal with the thing. That's funny. So it's going to get 3 health next turn, which I can't deal with.
Strike fast.
It's fine.
I raise, you fold.
Thank you. I needed it to hit that. I needed to hit the 50-50 one more time, in fact. Right, next turn I get the 6/6 rush, so I can recover some of my lost tempo. We have 3 things that are pretty good to get hit by a discount. He's about to do water elementals next turn, so that's going to be real fun.
Another soul to soul.
Sadly, this will die to the water elemental. Okay, I could do this hitting Baron, not the instrument guy. That would be an awful roll. You hit Argus, which I think is one of the weaker rolls. Argus, play it, discount everything by 2. Could get Taunt as well. No, the discount is better. Okay.
The future is built on our foundations.
This is not what we stood for.
Oh, to perfection.
I also did the ordering right, because I want these to all have lifesteal right now. That obviously doesn't matter, it has both lifesteal and rush. I assume another water elemental is incoming.
100% real.
Yep.
Gold.
They didn't get all of them, though. Okay. Return policy is 3 mana, reduce something by 6. I'm pretty happy for it to hit everything in my hand right now. Marin would be... well, actually, Marin wouldn't be that good a result now that I think about it.
My hunt goes on.
Let's be real, I'm gonna...
Impossible.
I can't do it because it's frozen. That's right. I needed the 2/2s from this. I could get 4, put a demon on top of my deck. That doesn't really help me.
You honor your ancestors.
Okay, I need the discount. Which I hit onto the peddler itself. Cool. Not the result I needed.
Grow long.
Another soul to soul.
That was a surprise.
Still in it, though. I'm now drawing random demons on top of my deck, but whatever. Surely they don't have another tsunami, right? No more tsunamis?
A limited time offer.
Muzzle their magic.
That's fine. Ish.
You don't pick the one, see?
Okay, top deck demon, you need to be pretty goddamn good. I need you to give me 2 turns somehow. Actually, a pretty good result. I can't complain. Would have loved for that to get the 1 health, but I won't complain. We are approaching the territory of Sunset Volley, though. But the 7 might live through Volley. I've just thought as well with the changes I've made to the deck. I've got too many death rattles in my pool now, so I might actually have to change things. So I'm not guaranteed to get the death rattle I want now that I've put in Talon. Wow. Alright. Marin or Ziliax is what I need this to hit. Marin, probably. We hit Marin. Okay. We can do some mana cheating. It's time to cheat.
You're merely a pawn. Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
That is the one I needed. Very funny. Funny demon. Funny kill. Gonna need lifesteal again. And Sunset Volley doesn't quite kill from here, but it probably will do, so I think I have to play Yogg again. Otherwise I'm gonna die. And I think I do nothing to the Yogg. Live. I live. Maybe. There are beasts in that deck, by the way, so it's going to get the Surflopod. Oh, he's put a snake on his deck. He's fucked up. Unironically, could win from here. Not inconceivable. I have to be concerned of another Sunset Volley, though.
Swift.
Is 4 life still good enough? I think it is.
I have no time for games.
All strings attached.
keep just digging up. Dig up, Demon Hunter, you can do it.
100% real, fake gold.
Alright, we live probably through Sunset Volley as well now. Oh my god. So disgustingly lucky. Yeah, you can't attack the face, that would be a bit OP. Then again, if he hits Sylvanas right now and gives me Mega Wind Fury Walking Mountain, we're back in this game. And I'm drawing a lot of cards next turn. Well, I'm drawing 3 cards, 2 random demons, plus another card. You can't go face. This card would be OP if it was 9 mana, deals 16 damage. Lifesteal 16. I say it'd be OP. We're back. Holy shit, we are so back. Right. Here's the thing. I could do with stealing the 4/7 Divine Shield minion. And I think that's where we start. Actually, no, it's not.
The answer.
This is where we start. Oh, baby! I could have done with the health going onto the 4/3 as well to turn it into a 4/4 so Tsunami doesn't swipe it out, but I'll take where we are right now. Didn't matter, Sunset Volley kills it regardless. A pretty good result for Sunset Volley. I have to play the Amalgam here. Otherwise, Spirit Thing is going to hit that, which is pretty bad.
Another soul, the soul rest. Insignificant. The master is free.
Alright. Big taunts with lifesteal. Well, kind of big. That's 2 Sunset Volleys as well. It's a Tsunami. They still have 1 Tsunami in the deck. That's going to cast, hopefully, 1 mana do nothing. Mage, you're out of steam. You're out of puff. And I'm going to Tolin's Crown.
Picking up pace.
Zarog's Crown next turn. Okay. Wait, was that in your deck? Oh, never mind. Came from Keychain.
You're too late.
Wow, I missed. That was unfortunate. I really could have done with Sylvanas. I forgot Amalgam had died as well. I really need to Tolin sooner rather than later because I don't want to hit one of these 2/4s. So what am I doing here? What is the actual grand plan to fill up my mana?
My hunt goes on.
Is it
Shadows grow
TT? Not the card I wanted to hit. Okay, we have all of the red cards. I am the referee in an Atletico Madrid game. This is what I have in my wallet. Don't mill Zarog, please. That's all I ask for. Also, did I have lethal then? I wasn't paying attention. I don't think I did. I traded the 2, but not the 6. 8. No, I didn't quite have it, I think. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. 4, 7, 13, 2. I think I was 1 off lethal. So I do think this was the correct play, but I didn't even look for lethal. Regardless, the hand is a coin and 2 other rando cards. It really is only Tsunami that has a chance to recover it for them. And I'm going to assume they've alt F4'd because they've disappeared. They're not even hovering the cards anymore. The best card I could possibly have milled.
This is not what we stood for.
That feels fantastic, by the way. Alright, Big Demon beats Big Spell Mage. You heard it here first. With these few changes, you too can beat Big Spell Mage via getting a very lucky few rolls. Just give me a moment, YouTube. I'm just going to use the bathroom. Alright, I'm back, YouTube. Send it again. I have a 100% win rate versus this deck. That seems pretty bad, but you know what? There's a limit to how many coins are useful for a mage. They were going to generate one anyway, right? So let's not worry about it. And honestly, I probably can do more with the coins long term than they can. Short term, obviously, they can do more than me. Alright, we have one of the Peddlers. We have the Umpire Grasp in hand.
That was a surprise.
I don't know, by the way, having put Cho'Gall in the deck, if any of the anomalies are particularly good for me. You know what? Good point. I probably should not have swung there for 1 damage. I traded 1 damage for a coin, which is not a good deal. Alright, put your head back in the game. Me. To be fair, it didn't really change the metrics that much for me, because I'm still going to coin Grasp on 4, but I would have had 1 extra coin.
I was a cast a spell.
This is ominous. Okay, it turns out this has given them the best outcome. Okay, not quite the best, but pretty close to the best outcome. That is why we have red cards, ladies and gentlemen. It does mean I can't play the 4/4 this turn that I generate. Is that fine? Yes, it will be fine. I can kill Skylar this turn as well, but the question is, do I actually want to kill Skylar this turn? I'm probably going to need hot calls for some big work.
Fall!
You know what? Swinging turn 1 for 1 damage through this game for me. I think I could have done something. I'm always 1 mana off what I want to do.
100%
Alright, this is the worst timeline. On the positive side, at least they haven't got particularly good cards from it, but on the downside, I'm dead.
This is not what we stood for.
Amazing.
That was a surprise.
If you want a 50-50 chance of beating Big Spell Mage, try the Demon Hunter deck. What can you do about it? Sometimes the anomaly is going to be good for me, sometimes it's going to be bad. That's probably as bad as it could have been in the end. As soon as they had Skylar, it was the worst possible world. But without Skylar, I still don't think that would have been actually the worst thing that could have happened.
Versus the Lich King.
All will serve me.
Is Dorian good enough to keep? I actually think it might be. There's 4 cards I want to draw from 3 on the mulligan. And I still have time to find the weapon before turn 4. I get a coin as well. I think coin weapon for Dorian is pretty good. Do you need to find the weapon, though? I will admit, I need to find the weapon. And we didn't get an anomaly this game. So, don't have to play around that. And by play around it, I mean forget it exists completely and misplay. Turn 1.
One dose solves any problem.
At last!
Sigil's in my deck, which is normally a good sign to pick a card. That being said, I think this is going to be like the Death Rattly tokeny deck. Like, I think it's the Rainbow deck. So I might need something to blink at 1 health minions for a while. Also, I don't need draw 3 right now. I'm hoping Dorian will be a refill. Wow, just on time.
At last!
Now, I need to not draw the other Spirit Peddler. That is the final piece of the puzzle now. Yep, thought that was incoming as well soon. Alright. Excellent, didn't draw the Peddler.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet master.
Do I take the 1/1 off the board? I don't think it matters. Because this isn't going to be open anyway. They're going to have to push the button to open it. If I do this, they have the button automatically. Yeah. I think this is fine. Because I can more efficiently trade into the 1/1 anyway with the 1/1 discount by 6 card. The only thing that did was save my Dorian 1 health. Which might end up mattering now because I got all 3 onto that. Nope, didn't matter. The same outcome would have happened there, so this was the correct play. Okay. Time for some dirty, stinking cheating.
Another soul, the soul. Another soul, the soul. Take a rest.
This is not what we stood for.
By the way. Okay, so this is Razzle Dazzle as well. I probably want Yogg to come back via Rest in Peace, so I should be very careful with how I do these summons.
The master is free. Another soul the sword.
Now I want draw 3 as well. Marion would be a really good get. So if I get the return policy, there's a chance I should pick Talon to get me Marion for a refill. Okay. I'm actually going to discover Death Rattle minion, even though it messes up my pool more. It's cards that I'm lacking right now. It's value I'm struggling with. Versus 4 mana discount. Yeah. Thunderbringer, Elemental and Beast. I think I have none. You'd think High Noon Duelist would be good, but I'm pretty certain it's bad.
My hunt goes on.
Which means Thunderbringer is the best result.
Shadows grow long.
Because it's a big guy. And that is the only reason.
The runes decide your fate. Blood, remnants of life.
I believe that it's going to be sent to the future to deal with. Yeah, that is a future issue. That is a Yogg issue. Again, I'm making the Death Rattle pool considerably weaker, but... It's not absolutely dog shit yet. Alright, that's a Yogg. That's a yogging play.
Any problem?
Any meme shit I can do with that? I don't think so. Good idea, Yogg. I actually like the idea here. Put any other runner on the board. Do I just throw a runner out there as a threat? I guess I do.
Risks are always worth taking.
Right, Yogg has to be killed here. Or something has to happen to it.
symbol of death.
Take a good look. You ain't never seen
Stealing it is a pretty bad outcome for me, because now I can't bring it back to life. Generated by the way. That might be game. I need married magic now.
My dreadnoughts.
Generated by the way.
I am all around you.
So currently the biggest card I've got in the Death Rattle pool is Thunderbringer, which is not great. And you still have Steel up, right? You do.
My hunt goes on.
Is a symptom of life.
Fast long.
Job done. My hand is full.
Alright, Ziliax and 2 rest in pieces is the way out of this. If there is any way out. It probably isn't a way out.
Mark of the bitter.
Since the other thing is they now generate Reskers, which is a pretty good answer to the Ziliaxes. Also, they had lethal on board. Alright. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not even letting the tentacles do it. In theory, I could have won by some stupid tentacle outcome, but it realistically was over. Yeah, I needed to kill my own Yogg. Alright, Note versus Demon Hunter. Death Knight, I have to kill my own Yogg to put it in the Death Rattle pool, because it's literally the answer to their death. Maybe these anomalies aren't good. It's fine. Big Spell Mage didn't need a discount.
You're in my way.
They already had like a 10 mana discount, so what's one more mana on top of that? Alright, pretty bad draw again. Anytime I don't get the weapon or the tutor for the weapon, it's basically just, this is a bad draw. And my deck doesn't really use too many spells, so reducing my spells cost is pretty irrelevant. Then again, my opponent's deck only has a few spells in it. It's just those spells are really good.
Reality woven.
Interesting.
Strike fast.
Candle mudslide.
Oh wow, it's Excavate Mage. Alright. It's actually worse. The anomaly is so much more good for them now. Astonishingly, I found something worse to play than Big Spell Mage with this anomaly. Unless it is Big Spell Mage and they're just running that to get a 1-drop spell, because I have seen some people doing that. That might be the case. They have just burnt the coin, which implies it's not the case.
Everybody, pose for the camera.
Okay, my opponent is cooking. And finally, I can now start to play the game, or at least consider playing the game.
To perfection.
At last.
Horrible opening again. It's fine. You know what? Well, just wait another turn. Actually, we just won't play Umpire's Grasp.
This is not what we stood for.
Job's done.
Not a bad outcome, honestly. I think I want a Fell Spell. Give something rush is not that important with my hand. I don't want Fell Fish, so I guess we're taking Fan the Hammer.
Job's done.
All this research points to something.
We can Nightshade Tea to test for Counterspell here. If I play the card that's drawn this turn, I'd give them 6/6 Rush. Is that a bad outcome? I don't think it is. Health is becoming a concern, though.
Another soul.
It is explosive. Hit a Rana.
Shadows grow long.
Risks are always worth taking.
Ah, I forgot Talon's the biggest thing. Okay. Fuck. It was so awkward, the end of it. I knew I should have done it the other way around. It just felt bad to have that counterspelled. But I could have got the... It was a guaranteed clear the other way. I just didn't get another minion on top of it. Fuck. My fault. I forgot that... I forgot I'd given them a Talon, or they'd taken a Talon off me. I thought they were going to get Fizzle back. Fortunately, they've traded for some inexplicable reason. I guess they're scared that I'm going to OTK them in some way. I wasn't. There was no OTK in my future. Alright. I'm gonna time that for Demonic Deal to draw the minion or the demon on top of my deck, which means the weapon isn't completely wasted. It is a bit spicy because I'm on 9 health.
I ain't talking.
Good, good. I like that minion. Does make him breaking my weapon a little bit harder, I will concede that. Not impossible, but harder. Okay, so we demonic deal first. Draw the demon. That's funny. Delicious lifesteal. Again, we're in a marine waiting room right now. I need a refill. I assume force to attack is going to be the outcome here. No, just going to steal something.
It's an illusion!
Wow. Okay. Could have been worse. You are aware they don't go back to your deck, my friend, if you do that. So I can get Peddler killed to discount the Ziliacs.
My hunt goes on.
Either way, it's really good for Fan the Hammer, so we're making that play. Also, now in the future, if I summon 2 things back, they're going to get Yogg. So if I can play my own Yogg, I can steal their Yogg for more Yogg. So I need to play Yogg as well. Marine and Yogg waiting room. There is only one resting piece in my deck, so I shouldn't worry about it too much.
Relaxation for all, and all thanks.
Alright, they've won the Marine waiting game. 1 mana Marine, pretty strong.
All this research points to something.
It's literally Marine or nothing at this point. Oh my god. Backbreaking. That's pretty bad. I got explosive 2 times, cool. Very cool. It's actually not a bad outcome. I was kind of hoping for it this time, but I'm still a little bit salinated that that was the eventual result. Order, order. I need to take damage on my turn. I need to red card something. Holy shit, they got counterspell explosive 2 times. Actually disgusting outcome.
Shadows grow long.
Alright, Marion. I need you to arrive. It's super crucial right now that you turn up. Gonna be counterspell. I have to play into it, I lose otherwise. It wasn't Counterspell. It's Ice Barrier. I don't have another draw situation for my deck, so Dorian is basically a dead card.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet beast.
Take a load off.
All strings attached.
Construct the will of the maker.
Just to try and make it cast Ice Barrier again, I will make a little trade here. And we'll do that. Because they're running Blizzard, so Blizzards would have cleared all my taunts and let them kill Dorian. If we can keep Dorian on the board and draw Yogg, then that's an incredible outcome. We just need Yogg. Wow, this could go wrong. Well, I say it could go wrong. It could go somewhat wrong. That's funny. If they did that the other way around, or if it happened the other way around... Oh no, they do get Rush. I always think it's the other way around. Okay, that's a pretty good outcome for them. In the end. Again, I need Yogg. Just Yogg and Yogg alone. And unironically, I think we might have to get 1-drops from Yogg. Because I need a refill. You know what? Send it. Probably should have swung with it first. Alright, that's kind of funny. Did you see that? Okay, just a bug. Just a small graphical bug.
The future is built on our foundations.
Yeah, I definitely... No, I didn't misplay it in the end, just because of the way it worked out, but I think I should have done it the other way. Where I pinged one of these guys. It's a pretty good outcome as well. Double rush.
Don't you know who I am?
That synthesizer was also kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. They got Meltamental Shock, Hopper, and Flame Revenant. Is that all out now? It is, isn't it? Yeah. I have to hit that then.
I have no time for games.
Because it's going to swing it to me anyway. Oh... Colin's Goblet would also be an interesting out, but... I already know. I'm going to top deck Tollins and hit Yogg. And I just won't be able to play anything I die. Don't fireball me in the face as well, please. Alright, Zarog. Don't be counterspell.
Let none survive. Nope.
Okay.
Your will is...
Guess I won't draw Yogg this game. He'll just exist in the deck for the rest of the match. 1 and 3. on top of the 2 and 4 we were before I changed it slightly. So actually, I might be making the deck worse. I don't think I am, but actually, maybe Chagall is stupid. The more and more we've played with it, the more and more I realize that none of the anomalies are actually good for me. They're always better for my opponent, it seems like.
Curtress versus Thrall.
Right, this one though, this one's good for me. Do not swing on turn 1, you absolute dribbler. I'm content with this hand as well. Return policy's fine. I'll keep this hand. It's all my early cards. We get the coin as well for instrument tech. Now, I don't think I should remain under 1 mana, by the way, for the entire game. For example, I think I will forgo drawing a card now. And I will next turn as well.
Perfect for the singers.
Okay, so this is Evolve Shaman, like 1000%. They've had a disgusting opening as well, just as an FYI.
Don't break it!
Oh my god! This is actually like possibly the most disgusting opening I've ever seen that deck have. So brutal.
At last.
The thing is as well, if I generate the 6/6 rush, which is what I want to, the instrument tech could take the buff, and I really don't want instrument tech to get hit by that buff. It's basically game losing, which kind of makes me want to not play it this turn. I might have to red card something just to stay alive.
My hunt goes on.
I'm going to take it slower. Because I'm at such a disadvantage. I think I have to kill the totem.
Shadows grow long.
To perfection!
Job's done.
I can't. I take too much damage. If it's going to evolve this turn, he'll evolve this turn. I don't need to kill the totem this turn. Yeah, he's got the evolve in his hand. I guess the question for him is, does he trade the 1/2 off before the evolve? Or he just won't.
Reporting for duty.
Hello, Doomguard. I might need you, Doomguard.
Another soul. Soul rest.
So 9 more damage is incoming.
Impressed by my thunderous display?
I wish my Titan was good as well. That's one of the other big downsides of this deck. Argus is pretty bad as, you know, Titans go. I also hit the discount on the minion I didn't want it to hit on, but... Is there a world where I can live through this? If there is, I'm not seeing it immediately.
Goes on.
I think it has to start with this. You hit your own minion. Okay, that's probably GG. I really did it on Argus, I think.
Another soul. Take rest.
You fight well.
Shadows grow long.
I have no time for games. Let none survive. Let none survive.
That was a surprise.
That's all I can think of. But... it gives me the board. I have some stuff. Sylvanas is pretty spooky. I could possibly do with drawing Rest in Peace now to try and get the lifesteal back, but I think it goes on the right anyway, so I won't get the lifesteal for these minions. I was desperately trying to think of a way to get Rush on the right side to give me some lifesteal for that turn, but I couldn't think of a way of doing it. As soon as I hit the Rush minion with it, I think it was over. But Sylvanas is annoying. And it's a horrible board state for them to evolve right now.
There is little time.
They could roll lucky though and just get charged. I think they're considering it. Holy moly. Spooky.
Reporting for duty.
By the way, I think stealing Golganeth right now is a really bad idea. Well, I say really bad. I think it would be a poorer idea compared to some of the other outcomes. So I'm actually not going to do it, I think. Stealing two of their guys, though, doesn't seem like a bad idea. The question is, do I red card a small minion here to...
What a sight to behold.
I think I want the totems, basically, is what I'm getting at. I can't take, because I'll die. Probably.
Let none survive.
Alright, that's a really bad outcome. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. I'm just fighting. You know what, now that I think about it, I had to steal this. As soon as I did it, I was like, wait a minute, I did have to kill this, otherwise I was dead. Ziliax, I need you, buddy. But you're in the form that doesn't do as much. Well, that means I can't play Nightshade T anymore. Are you just going to evolve this and pray? Nope. Still alive.
Reporting for duty.
The master is free.
I have to, because if they kill the 6/7, I die. Okay, we have Rest in Peace. We can Rest in Peace Spirit Peddler for big lifesteal. The biggest thing that's died right now for me is Argus, so Argus is coming back. For my opponent is Golganeth. They're going to kill me. They're not killing me? They're getting achievements? Oh, that doesn't have direct damage, does it? I thought it did. I'm still alive, bitch. I'm still here. Golganeth kills me right now, right? So I have to play Spirit Peddler on top of this. If they don't have 1 damage, surely they still don't have 1 damage. I hate this line, but I think it's the correct one. I think we Peddler hot calls and kill everything. But Divine Shield would be an issue. Screw it.
Shadows grow long.
Another soul. Take rest.
I do not have enough mana.
Who dares summon me?
Definitely should have killed more.
I see.
But that's fine. I should have killed the totems. What did I lose, by the way, via Doomguard? Sigil and Nightshade Tea. That's actually the best outcome, so I'll take it. But yeah, Golganeth is going to clear my board now. So, I misplayed because I ran out of time, but I'm still alive. For now. It's fine. It's not fine anymore. The only positive thing there is, even if I'd...
What a sight to behold.
No, if I'd made the trades, I actually would have lived. I'd have been on 2 health. I was going to say, I think I would still have been dead, because I couldn't clear everything. It turns out 6 mana 6/6 rush, discount something by 6, is actually just too fair for current Hearthstone. That's not enough of a mana cheat anymore. Far too fair. 0 mana 6/6 rush.
Let the hunt begin.
You're in my way.
Okay. Good enough. I'll keep it. I have seen some murmurings, by the way, of a hunter deck to counter the big spell mage deck, which uses Cash Cow. Basically, Cash Cow is a big enough minion to eat up 3 of the tsunamis, and it generates you 3 coins, which means you can, like, ramp over the turn that your opponent cheats on. Do I think that's going to be this deck? Who knows? Maybe. Okay, I don't think it is, because I'm not sure they run that card. Maybe they do. I've not really looked into the list in any detail. Actually, maybe they do run some of the secret package. Alright. I'll draw 3. Hidden meaning? Sure.
Do you have anything to declare?
Incredible 3-drop. Oh, it's Breakfast Hunter. Cool. More mana cheat. I should kill this egg. Because the only reason they would do this is that they have the yodeler. So I don't want to let them yodel easily. They can do it next turn with the token, but... I'm going to generate a 6/6 rush regardless. And I'm hoping that will deal with whatever they just got. Fantastic. I think it's the best one they could have hoped for. Red card. I can't draw it. I hate you. Ah, the bananas go 3. It's so disgusting. So your highest cost minion right now is an egg, so I definitely don't want to be doing something to do with that.
The answer is here.
I need to play something before I swing, otherwise I don't draw the minion.
At last!
Another soul. Take rest.
I have no time for games.
Alright. My opponent can push 11 damage, or they can get the trade so Sylvanas doesn't steal something. That is the deal I'm going to make for them. Otherwise, I can steal their minion back. They might give me the egg, though, instead. Okay, they're not going to take the deal? Sure.
Shout it from the mountaintop.
I could get the yodeler as well here, which would be a pretty bad outcome.
Let none survive.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hit. Here's the problem. They have Crush now, I think. So... I think I need to do something more cheaty than just steal this guy. Kind of what I was going for. Can't do Zarog's this turn. But I think it's going to be the play for next turn. I'm probably still dead. I mean, if they've got Plush, I am dead, I think. And the odds are they had Plush. Cool. I love getting breakfast hunted. 1 and 5. The sad thing is, I don't actually think I can improve this deck a lot more. I just think the gimmick is too fair. And also, why cheat out? I mean, maybe the actual answer to this is take Argus out of the deck. It's just a bad card. I kind of want it in for the lifesteal so that I can, you know, actually recover. But it's such a bad card.
Queen Ashara.
I do like these anomalies. This is probably also not a good addition to the deck, I have to concede.
You're in my way.
It's funny, though. I don't hate this hand as well, to be completely honest with you. I'll keep it. Demonic Gill is also probably not a good card. I may also want to put Ziliax into double Battlecry mode. Maybe that is what I do. I take Argus out and put double Battlecry mode. Ziliax in the deck for more recovery.
To perfection.
I mean, at the end of the day, for this deck quality, I think a few times I've had my optimal draw and lost.
A limited time offer.
So that's a pretty good idea of the power level of this deck.
At last!
Alright, Big Boy is probably incoming. Alright, Surfle Pod, I can live with that. It's probably bad news for the future, but for the current, it's not the worst outcome.
Strike fast.
Another soul to soul.
Alright, we have the board. We can eat up one attack, potentially, right now. Turns out they drew a Tsunami off the top deck. Pretty bad outcome. I did hit Yogg, though, which is certainly a decision there. My problem right now is, though, that Hot Calls doesn't get me back into the game. And it's kind of what it's here for, is to get me back into the game. I can deal 2 times, which is 8 health, then play a Nightshade Tea. But does that really help me in any way? It kills my draw for 2 turns, is what it does.
This is not what we stood for.
It's basically lethal, but if they don't have 1 additional damage, it isn't. Which I think they just discovered. Yeah, I'll do it. How is this deck getting worse? How is it getting worse? I'm sure I'm making it better, though. Alright, back to the drawing board. I think Chagall, as funny as it is, isn't a good idea. I also think Talon is a good idea either. I think they're both too slow. So I'm pretty certain both those cards need to be dropped. There's like no good Chagall outcome, it turns out. I need something that lets me live through the early game. Just anything that lets me live. Does Demon Hunter have that card? Probably not. Because what card exists in the game that deals with a 10-mana spell on turn 5? It doesn't exist, right? Because otherwise everyone would be running that spell and the deck would be strong. What about Skirting Death? You know what? What about Skirting Death into Swing at Everything? A very specific 2-card combo. Skirting Death into going down swinging. It would clear the water elementals, that's for certain. Is that stupid, or is that a good idea? Okay, let's make some big changes. I think the priest package isn't working. As funny as it could be, and as nice as Rest in Peace into big guys is, it's just not coming off often, so let's get rid of that. In lieu of that, I think we take some of the old window shopper package. Which means I think we take stuff that gives us attack as early trades. And just accept that I don't hit the discount sometimes on my bigger stuff. I'd probably also argue at this point that Sylvanas hasn't really worked, but I think Sylvanas plus Argus has some merit in it. And Sylvanas plus Dorian also has some merit in it, so I'm probably willing to keep it a little bit longer. Spirit of the Totem can come into the deck. That's probably a definite. I think at this point, the Demonic Deal experiment is also over. You know what, YouTube? We're going to call it there for you. And me and Twitch are going to come up with a completely different deck. And we'll be back and we're going to beat everyone with Big Demon Hunter. No priest this time. Thanks for watching, YouTube. I'll see you again next time. Bye.